จองครับจองวันสิ้นเดือนยันมีนาเลยครับ
จองยันมีนา
ครับผมกลางเดือนจะเต็มแล้วแป้งน้ำมันนี่บนให้หอมแล้วครับเต็มหน้าร้านเลยอร่อยรสกดตามเนี่ยดีจัง
hand pulls it until it gets a little bit longer. He makes it into a big donut shape, and then he has a second mixture. The second mixture is oil and flour and sugar, and it's really brown. He spreads that out on a big pan, and then he takes that donut, puts it right on top of that, and he uses 2 wooden sticks to start pulling that and pulling and pulling and pulling. So it's mixing with that second mixture, and it's also stretching the Sai Mai into a very thin hair-like consistency. Okay, so I've been given one of the final results. You can see it's packed into this roti, and then that angel-like hair is coming out. It kind of reminds me of dragon beard candy, but never have I had it in a roti like this, so let's try it. Oh my God. Wow. That is so good. Okay, so we're really out here in the rainforest, and he just cut down a banana tree. The trunk of the banana tree is actually edible. He peeled away layer by layer of the banana tree until it became this really rich white color, and that's the part that's edible. And wow, that was pretty intense. He dropped the whole tree and then just chopped it up. It only took him a matter of seconds. Banana trunk soup with some chicken. Put it on my rice like this. Get an extra bit of the soup there. Oh man, my mouth is watering. That looks really good. Let's try. You can taste that kaffir lime leaf in there for sure, and it's quite spicy as well. And I love that banana tree. It's such a unique ingredient, but it kind of just reminds me of like celery. Like it's really like soft once it's been cooked and almost like nothing. So this is a really cool grilled chicken place. They are serving only chicken here. It's all halal. This is a Muslim eatery, and they've got the chicken covered in this super, super spicy sauce. It looks like they have one kind that's like a yellow, and then one that's a red sauce. That red sauce is calling my name though. Super smoky, and just a really local spot. Let's try some of this chicken. Check out the portion size of this grilled chicken, and it is generously coated with that sauce. Orange, very spicy looking sauce, and of course cooked on charcoal. You can smell it, it's really smoky. All right, I'm just gonna go in right on the stick here. Oh. Yum. Oh my god. Wow. I was not expecting that. But it's really coconutty and actually quite sweet. It's definitely spicy though. Super smoky. There's still some bones in the chicken there. In my first bite, I think I got pretty much only sauce. But I gotta go in for one more bite, get a little bit more chicken here. Whoa. It's not a pretty thing to eat, but damn, that is good. I was not expecting it to be so coconutty. That sauce is phenomenal. Now I know why they load it on, because it's not as spicy as it looks. Wow. This is sloppy. This is the perfect truck stop on a road trip to come and have some nice grilled roadside chicken. God, there is so much sauce on that. That's crazy. Yum. Oh my god, guys, look at these river prawns. These are absolutely humongous, and they've been cut in half and then grilled. And the thing that's catching my eye is this beautiful yellow head butter. So the tamale, the prawn tamale, also good fried rice. This is pretty boring, to be honest, compared to these prawns. And then I've got a sauce to eat the prawns with back here. So let me go in for a piece of this. My mouth is just watering. And look at that meat in there. Oh man. Try not to spill any of that head butter. I'm gonna go for a little extra dip in all that tamale. Look at that. Oh my god. Looks like an egg yolk. Let's try. Oh my god. Wow. That is so creamy. It has a unique flavor, like umami. It completely covers your mouth. There's a lot of meat hiding in these prawns. It's not very easy to get out of there, but let me see if I can get a good bite. There we go. Twist it like pasta, and then oh man, look at how beautiful that is. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow, so fresh. It's simple but full of flavor. With this beautiful orange Thai sauce, and she's also topped it with some fried shallots as well, and that's looking super crunchy. So let's dig in. So I'm gonna go for a dip here. This sauce is classic Thai sauce with some chili, garlic, probably some vinegar, some sugar in there. Let's try it out. Oh man, really crunchy. It's got like a really crispy batter on the outside and not a whole lot of flavor, so you're getting all that flavor from the sauce. The sauce is actually quite sweet, and it looks like it might be spicy, but it's not spicy at all. So it's just kind of a point and choose situation where you just pick which ones you want out of the steam basket, and then they'll serve them to your table. I've ordered up several different kinds, and to be honest with you, I'm not totally familiar with all of them, but some I do recognize. So this one right here is the CHIANG MAI. It's like a pork with an egg wrapper. And then back here, I'm guessing this is like a shrimp ball. And then back here, it's like an egg roll with some pork on the inside. Then I've got some chicken wings, which are glazed in this beautiful looking sauce. And then another something wrapped up with some red sauce, I'm not sure. And then in the middle here, this is chong fun, which is a rice roll. And then again with pork, and then there's some fried garlic, I believe, on top. And then back here, this one's hargao, I believe too, which should either be filled with shrimp or pork with this nice translucent wrapper. And then I've got a bowl of bak kut teh, and just look at the color of that. So that is a herbal pork rib soup, and then it wouldn't be dim sum without some tea, so they've also served some tea. Let's dig in. So they've got their own sauce blend here that I've read online is quite unique, and then I'm gonna go for one of these CHIANG MAI, go for a little dip, try it out. Tastes like there's some peas in there. Their sauce is a little bit spicy and a little bit tangy, and the wrapper is almost like not even there. It's pretty much just a meatball, and I think it's just pork, but there might be a little bit of shrimp in there as well. It's good. So I've come to a famous boat noodle restaurant called Uncle Lex. There's two really famous places here in Ayutthaya, Uncle and Aunt Lex, and I've got their bowl here of boat noodles. So boat noodles are really just a simple noodle. I ordered mine with beef. You can see that fatty beef that they had braising up there. And then some noodles, there's a couple meatballs. Sometimes they put blood in the broth. I think I'm gonna be able to eat more than one bowl for sure. Really tender beef. It's a little bit spicy, but you definitely want to add some of the accompanying seasonings that are on the table. But that is a really rich, nice broth. So I'm gonna add some of this chili vinegar here. Go for a healthy spoonful chili, but not too much. Big chunks of beef in there. They're a little bit lean too. It's a pretty simple bowl of noodles, but it's all about that broth. It's such a rich flavor. And boat noodles are found all across Thailand, but especially here in Ayutthaya, it's quite famous. Meatball. So down one of the little side streets, you'll see this street food stall called Ah-Pong Mae Suni. They're serving Ah-Pong, which is a Phuketian only dessert. So they've got these little woks that are heated on charcoal, and then they use a batter, fried up nice and thin, and then once it's crispy, they wrap it up. And it doesn't sound like much, but Michelin has awarded these people with a bib gourmand. So I have the final product here. This is the Ah-Pong. So really you can only find this here in Phuket. So on the outside it's a little bit crispy, and then on the inside it feels soft. Let's try it out. Oh man, that's so good. And you wonder, why is Michelin giving these guys a bib gourmand for something like this? Well, you need to come and taste it for yourself. This is on another level. Coconut batter with nice sweet sugar. It's chewy and soft and warm on the inside, and then crunchy on the outside. Man, it is seriously so good. I could eat like 1,000 of these. And they actually serve 400 to 500 every day. They're super addictive, and they're only 3 pots. I swear to you, I'm not over exaggerating. This thing is like heaven on earth. These are so addictive. You can see the line of people behind me there. Super thin and crispy on the outside right here. And then on the inside, it's like doughy and soft. Like a pancake. Coconutty. Oh my God, that's good. Seriously, you gotta try this. Ah-Pong. So the pork has been mixed with all of the spices and herbs for the Sai-Ua, and I love how they're stuffing it. It's really like a MacGyver style. She just uses the top part of a plastic bottle that's been cut and then tie it onto the intestine with a little string, and then just stuff that pork mixture into the intestine to make that sausage. Oh. Sai-Ua is finished. It's on the grill. They just tied off the intestine with a little piece of bamboo and then put it on the charcoal grill. Oh man, it's nice and crispy on the outside. Oh my God, that is amazing. Wow. Super juicy. You can taste that lemongrass. It starts off a little bit sweet, but then as you chew it, you get the savoriness, you get the spiciness and the smokiness, and that lemongrass is the dominant flavor. That is an amazing sausage. So there are a ton of places to try Mee Hokkien here in Phuket, and this one is called Som Chit. It's quite popular. I just got my bowl and it looks absolutely incredible. So there's the Mee Hokkien, the actual noodles itself are the quintessential part of this dish, but there's tons of toppings. So they put a little bit of sauce in there at first. He puts some pork slices, some halved shrimp. He puts some green onions in there. And then there's a couple wontons on top too. Oh, and some crispy pork. There's all kinds of different things. What's nice about this place is they really load up the ingredients. I'm gonna try just a little bit of the broth first with a piece of this crispy pork, because otherwise it'll get soggy and lose its crispiness. Oh man, that was crunchy. The broth has actually got like a little bit of a nuttiness to it. I think it's just like a pork bone broth, but it's complex flavor. There's a lot going on in there. You can barely even see the pork in there. It almost just looks like a sauce on top, but there's really thin cuts of the meat, and this rice looks good too. Let's get a bunch of the pork for my first bite. It's actually quite sweet, very sweet. There's gotta be a lot of sugar in there. If you can have this with the crispy pork, it's perfect, because this one's like sweet and creamy and the crispy pork is savory and crunchy. This sauce looks incredible, and I love how they serve it in a mug. And I'm just gonna load it on to my pork here. Oh yeah. That is really, really good sauce. It is a little bit spicy, but not as spicy as it looks.
อันนี้เป็นน้ำยาปูจ้ะนี่จะเป็นเนื้อปูส่วนอันนี้เป็นกะทิปลาแล้วก็อันนี้น้ำยาป่าจ้ะน้ำยาป่าจะเป็นน้ำยาป่า
So they've got all the different curries laying out front. You can come and take a look and pick what you want. There's different ingredients: crab, fish, chicken. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. I ordered up 3 different kinds, and it's time to eat it with the Khanom Jeen now. Just look at how colorful this table is. It reminds me a little bit of like a Korean banchan, because they serve so many dishes to have with your Khanom Jeen. So I'll try and introduce everything. First off is this basket of fresh herbs and veggies, and then we've got all these different things in the middle here. Some pickled mustard greens, there's cucumbers, pickled carrots. This back here is chayote. And then I've got my Khanom Jeen noodles, of course. Then there's some unpickled veggies here, so cucumbers, some beans, some Thai eggplant. There are some eggs on the table, and then the curries are the main highlights. First is the Nam Prik Wan, which is a sweet Nam Prik. There's kaffir lime leaves in there, there's peanuts in there, and then this one is a chicken curry with big chunks of winter melon, and then you can see the chicken in there too. And then this one is a fish curry, so the fish has been kind of like minced up and then mixed into that curry, and it's all meant to be eaten with your Khanom Jeen. So I'm gonna start with some of this Nam Prik Wan, the sweetened Nam Prik. Put some on my Khanom Jeen here, and you can load it up as much as you want, and then I gotta go for some of these different ingredients in the middle, and it's like a game, like what ones do I want to try? I definitely want to try some of these guys here, put them on top, and then I'll try a little bit of this chayote as well. Put some slices of that on top, and then some herbs too. This is like a total guessing game for me, because I don't really know what all of these herbs are, so I'm just gonna grab handfuls of different looking leaves here. And maybe a Thai eggplant in there. So let me mix that up a little bit and try a bite. Get that eggplant. Try to get everything, but honestly there's way too many things in there. Let's try that. Wow, that's a big bite. That Nam Prik Wan is nice and sweet. It's got a really strong peanutty flavor. The noodles just absorb the flavor so well. They really cling on to the curry. And then that Thai eggplant just crunchy, explodes with freshness. And then all those herbs in there as well.
ซื้อตลาดที่5 บาท 10 บาทแช่ตู้เย็นหมดเสียหมดไอ้นี่ปลูกไว้กิน
น้องสักครู่นะ
So my first stop today is at a little shop that's selling satay, so grilled meat on sticks. It's marinated in this beautiful looking yellow rich sauce, and then he's grilling it on charcoal, and you can order as many pieces as you want, and I just ordered 10 for 70 baht. It smells really good, and this is one of the Michelin recommended Bib Gourmand restaurants, one of 10 here in AYUTTHAYA. So let's try it out. So I've got my 10 pieces of satay here, and it's served with a little salad, like a cucumber onion salad with some chilies, and then of course the sauce too. And this is pork satay. You can see that beautiful yellow color with some charcoal burns on it, and there's big chunks of fat I can see too, and go for a generous dip in there. Let's try that. Yum. Oh man. That sauce is awesome. It's a little bit peanutty, and it's a little bit spicy too. The meat is so tender, and then that fat just melted in my mouth too. That sauce is just to die for. There's chunks of peanuts in there, and then a big piece of chili, and you can just smell the charcoal smoke from the grill. What an atmosphere. They're perfect one-biters. So I've been standing around watching her cook for a while because I've got an hour to wait for my oyster omelet, and one thing I'm noticing is that she doesn't even cook it the same way every time. It's all by feel and by sight, and they also have a couple different variations it seems. One variation has some fried pork skin in it as well. So I'm not totally sure what one I'm gonna be getting, but let's see. All right, the wait is over. The O-Tao has arrived, and to be honest, this doesn't look that appetizing, but it's gonna be good because there's a huge line and the locals are just pouring in. And I wouldn't call it an omelet, I'd call it more of a scrambled egg. And you can see there's some fried pork skin here, and then the oysters, there's taro hiding in there, and it's all been cooked up with the egg and the batter and the spice and garlic, and wow, it smells like it's gonna be spicy. So for my first bite, I'm gonna get one of these oysters, get one of those pieces of pork skin. Whoa, wow, it's so spicy. Oh my god.
ก็หมายโบค่ะโบตัวโตไม่ใหญ่เลยป้ามีชื่อเสียงดังไปก่อนยูทูบเหรอลูกแล้วเยอะไหมมาติดตามเยอะไหมลูกมันเป็นก๋วยเตี๋ยวหนูอธิบายแล้วฟังเป็นก๋วยเตี๋ยวต้อในชามเนี้ยลูกเนี่ยก๋วยเตี๋ยวต้อในชามมันเป็นก๋วยเตี๋ยวเรือสมัยเก่ามันจะไม่มีแล้วเนี่ยต้อในชามแบบนี้
So this is the noodle shop. It's called Ah-Pong, and she's serving tom yum noodles. She is like the noodle master here. She's getting all the bowls prepped with the different ingredients, and there is gonna be, I don't know, 15, 20 different things on her table, and she's just like a master grabbing all these different things. She does serve yentafo, another type of noodle, but I'm gonna have the tom yum noodle, and wow. I think it's gonna be really good. She's warned me it's gonna be spicy, and they're super friendly. So here is the bowl of tom yum noodles. There's so many different ingredients in here, and I'm just gonna mix it all up. There's lots of peanuts and chilies in there. There's a big fish cake, the red pork. This is an interesting ingredient. It's like a half a meatball and half a piece of tofu. And then this is a taro fritter, some fish balls in there, and she seasoned it already, so I'm not going to add anything quite yet until I try it out. It's definitely spicy, but it's actually got quite a bit of sweetness coming from that broth as well. It's sweeter than I was expecting. So I'm gonna try out this meatball slash piece of tofu here. It's kind of big, but I'm gonna go for a one bite. I'd say it's like 80% tofu, 20% meat. And the broth is actually way sweeter than I was expecting it to be. And spicy. So my first stop for breakfast today is for roti and masuang curry. So I've come to a Muslim halal Thai eatery that's called Roti Jalfa, and they're famous for their masaman curry and their rotis. So she's making them up fresh behind me. She thins out the dough super, super paper thin, and then folds it up, puts it on the fryer, and you can have it with egg or you can have it stuffed like a martabak, but I'm just gonna have it plain with the masaman curry. Okay, let me go in, give it a little dip, and then try to pull some of that chicken off. Oh, that is effortless. Look at that, oh man. Oh yeah, wow. That is phenomenal. It's such a rich flavor. It's actually served like not hot, so you can eat it right away. The chicken's super soft too. The flavor of that curry is just insane. There's gonna be tons of ingredients in there, but it's got a really pronounced fruity flavor, which if I had to guess would be pineapple that they put inside of it. But I think if you ask them, they'd never tell you because it's probably a secret, because why would you want to give this recipe away? It's so good. And also this roti is seriously a highlight as well. It's so crispy and then kind of chewy on the inside. It just absorbs the flavor of the masaman curry so well. You don't even need the chicken, you could just eat the curry as is like that. Alright, it's so good. So this one they brought out, they recommended, I wasn't gonna order it, but they said I should try it, so let's dig into this. So you can see it's got a completely different color than the masaman, and gotta get lots of that chicken, which just peels off so effortlessly. That one is really good too. That one's got a lot more heat than the masaman for sure. That is a lot more spicy. That reminds me more of an Indian style curry, but I love the roti. It retains the crispy crunchiness even after you've soaked it in the curry, which is amazing. Wow, that chicken just falls apart. This is a great place to start my trip here in Thailand. You gotta order the masaman curry when you come here. And they also have one more thing I'm gonna order after I finish eating this, kind of like a dessert, the banana roti. And I'm not really sure I'm supposed to be eating with my hands or not, but I'm so used to being in Pakistan and India that I've just been eating with my hands, but you can just eat it with a spoon if you want. On carb, that is good. Just down the street from Bapporn noodle shop, there is this bun shop, and they have all kinds of different steamed buns. So I just ordered roasted red pork and then one with custard. And they've just got these things stacked high. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them stacked, and they have all kinds of different flavors. It smells really good, and just check out in back there. They're probably making thousands of buns a day. Wow. So this is the roasted red pork bun. Super fluffy feeling. I'm just gonna peel the bottom off, and oh, I'm gonna accidentally rip into the inside. There you go. Sneak peek of all that red pork on the inside, and it's got a little red dot on the top too. I gotta eat this upside down now. This is a popular shop. People are lined up to buy their buns. Wow. It's so pillowy, and the meat is nice and lean, but then there's also chunks of fat in there, and all of the flavor is absorbed into that bun, but it's just so soft. They're very generous with the filling, and you can see it's kind of tinted the bun. Yeah, that's good. So they also offer sweet versions of the buns. This one is with the custard, egg custard, and with a green dot to let you know that it's custard, I guess. Let's try it out. Oh, that's why it's green, because the custard has pandan in it. Wow. I think there might be a little bit of coconut in there too. That is super creamy. Look at that. Yum. With the fluffy bun, that just goes so well. I was not expecting that. The pandan flavor is nice and kind of fruity. So I've got my first dish here. It's a big bowl of Tom Yum Goong. So shrimp in here, there's mushrooms, big chunks of onions, tomatoes. Oh, wow. It hits you in the back of the throat. That is nice and sour too, yum. Okay, let me actually get some of the goodies here. Some mushroom, tomato, and one of these shrimp, and put it on my blue pea flour rice, which is pretty unique. And let me try this shrimp. with a little bit of tomato and some of that rice. Oh, super meaty shrimp. I love the spice in there. It's like more of a black pepper tasting spice, really hits you in the back of the throat. And there's some pieces that are inedible in there, so like big chunks of ginger that you're gonna want to avoid.
And the sweet and sour.
Okay.
And the inside have the chili and the ginger.
Chili and ginger? Okay. Oh yeah, I can see. So this is the chicken rice. It looks pretty simple, but don't let it fool you, because the rice has been covered in some of that chicken oil, and then it's all about the sauce that's on top. So she actually, the owner came over and introduced the sauce to me. There's a selection of sauces on the table, but she kind of mixed up her favorite preferred sauce. So I'm gonna put a little bit of extra sauce on top here. And then the chicken has been boiled and braised. Let me try that. Oh man, nice thin cuts of chicken. The chicken is super moist and tender, and I really love the rice. There's so much flavor hiding in that rice. The sauce has quite a bit of garlic, so you can taste all that garlic. And there's a chicken herbal soup that she's also served with it. Oh, I thought it was gonna be salty, but it's actually really simple. You can taste those fresh herbs. There's green onions in there. Okay, I definitely want to load this up with the sauce, and you can see there's like big chunks of ginger in there. There's minced garlic and big pieces of green chili as well, and you can go as generous as you would like with this sauce, and the chicken is just so melt in your mouth. A little bit of heat from those chilies. Oh my god. That sauce is phenomenal. You can chase it with like a green onion. There's also chilies and lettuce and cucumbers. Oh my god, that's so good. You can actually see that the rice has like a different color to it, almost like a yellow tinge because of that oil that they put on top. Yeah. The owner here is super friendly. She just came over to the table once again and made me some more sauce, and she recommended that I try the red pork and crispy pork. You can see right here, look at that crispy skin. And she also told me that I should take one of these green onions right here and dip it right in the sauce. Yeah, that's good. Nam Prik, which is this dipping sauce here. There's tons of things in there. There's shrimp paste, there's minced up shrimp, onions, chilies, garlic, and then it's served with a couple different veggies. I see all kinds of different things, okra, some cabbage, and I can see there's pieces of shrimp in there too, and chili. I put that on top. That might have been a lot, but that's all right. Let's try it out. I'm just gonna go for the whole thing with some rice. Oh, I love it. It's so sour. There's a lot of lime juice in there. It's got shrimp paste, so it's got like a seafood flavor, but it's not overpowering. And then the veggies are, you know, uncooked. There's raw veggies. It's really healthy feeling. And now the spice is building. I'm gonna start with this squid dish, and you can see underneath here there's just tons of all of that sauce, and there's some extra lime over here too. I'll put a little bit on right here and try to grab some of the squid with an onion and try that out. Oh man, so fresh. Besides the squid being extremely fresh, the flavor is fresh because it's got that sour lime juice in there, lots of garlic, there's a little bit of heat, and just served kind of room temperature. It's not hot or anything. It's like a refreshing squid salad. That's really what they call it. It's really good. Okay, I'm moving right along to these jumbo prawns. Take the head off here and try to peel some of the shell off if I can. I'm just going right in with my fingers, and I don't want to destroy the meat on the inside too much. And I've also been given a sauce on the side. Okay, that's good enough, I think. Oh, there. I've given a sauce right here, so I'm gonna go for a little dip. It's like a Thai seafood sauce with lots of garlic, chilies, cilantro. Let's try it. Wow. That is a meaty prawn. Wow. That sauce has a serious spice kick to it. And you can taste the smoky grill that prawn was cooked on. And that was a meaty, meaty prawn. A lot of meat on there. There's a little bit extra on the tail here. Oh man. It's like seafood heaven. So this is the pineapple fried rice. There's a ton of fried shallots on there, and I don't know if those are peanuts or cashews, but I'm gonna try to grab, oh yeah, and there's a piece of pineapple right there, and I'm gonna try this. It's a decent fried rice. It's not really smoky, but the pineapple's nice and juicy. Honestly, pineapple should be in way more savory dishes in my opinion, and fried rice is one of them. It just goes so well. And complements the seafood really well too. What a feast this is, wow. Just check out the size of these prawns. They had even bigger ones there too. And they've been cut up nicely so you can easily remove the head and then the shell on the outside. Kind of like butterfly cut, I guess you could say. Look at that. It's like almost like a lobster. So much meat in there. And let me peel the rest of that shell away. And then you gotta dip it in the sauce. The sauce is just so good, garlicky, spicy. Oh man, look at that. Oh my God. That's a mouthful. And there's still more. This dip is like perfect for this meaty, meaty prawn. Oh my God. That is so good. So if you really want to kick it up a notch, they also serve some straight chili here, and yeah, go easy on this stuff because it is dangerous. And I love this sauce that the squid is served in, and some of them have eggs inside of it too. It just goes so well. Got to get some onions there too. Oh yeah, whoa, that is the Thai spicy I was looking for. Woo, that'll heat you up, man. That is spicy.